It's a plant that can be used in a variety of dishes. Charlie and Sharon show us how to grow horseradish on this week's In the Garden.
So Charlie, what is this we're standing in the middle of? I'm not real familiar with this.
This is my wild patch in the garden. I have stinging nettles in here, which of course are going by, but this is horseradish.
Oh.
And now horseradish is something people are familiar with, but not people don't tend to use it as much.
You don't tend to plant it. Yeah.
You don't tend, and certainly don't tend to plant it, but
Yeah.
a lot of people are familiar with it because they eat wasabi on their sushi, and
Yeah.
wasabi is Japanese horseradish, basically.
Okay.
So this is our version of it.
Yeah.
And it's a real easy perennial vegetable to grow. If you like a spicy flavor like horseradish, it's a simple one, and that's why I just threw it in this corner here.
And it comes back every year.
It comes back every year. It's been spreading very slowly here over time. It likes a well-drained soil, full sun, but it's, you know, hard to kill, basically.
Right. Now
So-
the leaves look a little chewed on, but you don't care about the leaves.
I don't really care about the leaves
Yeah.
because it's the root that we're actually going to be eating. And usually you want to wait till after a couple frosts or so it really starts chilling the soil down. That way you get a better flavor from the horseradish roots.
Okay.
So we're going to dig them up.
Okay.
And we're going to dig one little section up. I'm not going to eat all of this. And what I'm looking for as I dig it up are roots that are about 8 to 10 inches long and not too thick. You don't want
Okay.
the really thick honking ones.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to dig out
Because
the
they're
outer.
tougher, or is that?
Well, just on the outer edge is where you're going to go, because that's where the smaller ones tend to be. And so you're just going to slowly kind of tease it out. You can see the roots there, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and we're going to break this apart. And this one has some small roots, so these are okay to use. This is the one you want to use, right there.
That's the right size there.
That's a great sized one. And what you'll do is you take a sharp knife or a pruner if you want to sacrifice one of your pruners.
Yeah.
And you want to cut it right off from the rest of it, just like
Okay.
that. So once you have your root, you want to peel it and
Yeah.
then throw it in a food processor, chop it up a little bit, throw it in, and then it'll chop it all up, and then you can add water and vinegar to it, and that's your basic horseradish sauce.
And you keep that in the fridge.
Yes, you keep that in the fridge.
So I know you can put that like in roast beef sandwiches, but what else do you do with it?
You could put it on almost any kind of meat. It kind of adds a little spice to it.
Sure.
Fish is a good place to put it. You could put it in eggs. And also you'll notice a lot of times there's recipes to make horseradish sauce, which is actually has mayo in it or cream
Yeah.
cheese or sour cream, something like that that's going to cut the hotness. In fact, you have right there some cottage cheese with a little horseradish in it. So you could
Charlie
put it,
made this.
I did, didn't I? You could put a little on a cracker there and
Yeah.
just taste it. And you'll see that it's got a little bit of that heat still in it. I didn't put that much in there. I didn't want to overwhelm you.
Yeah.
But it also has a little bit of the sourness from the vinegar. So it's kind of a nice combination. It adds a little interest to cottage cheese, which normally be pretty bland. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So once you have it, this little jar, like you're saying, will last a month or so. You can come back later and all the way up until when the ground freezes and keep harvesting roots so that you can just keep making batch after batch after batch.